Hi, and welcome to Janice Cooks for Couples. I'm Janice, and today we're going to make an amazing, fresh, fast, and healthy meal for two, and I'm going to give you some healthy hints on how to enjoy that as a couple together. So we're going to start with a fresh, fantastic romaine salad with some finger foods. It's going to be nummy. You're going to eat them with your hands. And then we're going to have a main course of a bacon and tomato pasta, which is full of flavor and packed with vegetables and nutrients. And then we're going to finish with a light, fat-free dessert. So if you're ready, let's get started. This is where the party starts. We start with the salad, and it's beautiful and fresh and fantastic. This is all healthy, and again, such nature's amazing foods on here. We're going to start by slicing the cucumber. What I love about cucumber is when you peel it, you can start to smell the amazing smell. And cucumbers are actually a natural diuretic. So if you're feeling a little like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man today, all you have to do is have a cucumber. Have a cucumber salad for lunch, or have something like this with your dinner. And it will help it tremendously with that. Just slice off the ends, and then you just slice the cucumbers like so. So you can see I'm not a professional chef. I don't cut that well. But the good news for you is you're probably not a professional chef either, and so this is probably the way you cut at home. And it's okay, because you don't have to be a professional chef to make an amazing restaurant quality meal in the privacy of your own home. So as you can see, I've made a big mess here, so I'm just going to throw all this away. Oops. See, this is the part that you can tell I'm not a professional chef, where I'm making a huge mess. And then you just slice these and put them out on your plate. And it's the same with the kiwi. You just peel it and slice it. And the amazing thing about kiwi is that it is so fiber-filled. It's one of the most fiber-filled fruits available. And so it acts as a natural laxative, and it tastes amazing too. Now, part of the way we're serving this plate today is you'll notice I have a few strawberries here, and these are sliced, but we're going to serve these as finger food. I'm going to pour just a little bit. I've put my romaine lettuce in this glass. This is a recipe that I actually saw at a restaurant on the Santa Monica Pier, and I loved it so much that I took it home. And the way you're going to eat this now is you're just going to pull these out and eat this with your fingers. Just dip it in the oil and the vinegar and eat it with your fingers. All this is fresh and healthy, so very simple, and an amazing first course. I'm serving it on one plate because I want you to sit close together and eat it and share it together. It's part of the couple's experience in sharing the meal. When we come back, we're going to start the main course, and it's going to be amazing. Can't wait. For today's main course, we're making a bacon and tomato pasta. And I know what you're thinking. You can't possibly make a healthy meal and start with bacon. Well, you can. And one of the things, I'm going to show you exactly how you can do that. One of the things I love about bacon is there's a big campaign on by one of the fast food chains right now about how much men love bacon. Well, ladies, you don't have to carry it around in your purse. You can just make it for them at home, and it's real simple. We're going to cook this up, and we're going to add some tomato flavor. It's 2/3 of the BLT. That's the concept of this meal, and it's very fast. When you come home after work, after a hard day of work, you're both home, it's 5:30, 6 o'clock, you don't have time to be wasting an hour in your kitchen trying to get something ready to put on the table. This is a meal that's going to be ready in 10-15 minutes, and it's going to be fast, fresh, healthy, and delicious. I've chosen orzo for today's pasta, but you can use any pasta you like. If you prefer bow tie or even elbow macaroni, whatever it is you like, use that. It's going to take, I chose orzo for a couple of reasons. For one thing, it's kind of small. It's a little faster to cook, takes about 8 minutes. It's going to be a fantastic base for this amazing bacon and tomato infused sauce. We are using tomatoes in today's meal, and I'm using this palmy chopped tomatoes made in Italy. There's no salt added. They're all natural, and everything's fresh. This is an amazing way to save time and not have to chop your own tomatoes. I love it, and this is very delicious and all natural. I think our bacon is getting close to being ready to turn. Well, we'll turn it over. One of the things I love about bacon is it smells up the whole kitchen. It smells amazing, and anyone who enters your house immediately knows you've been cooking bacon. And everyone seems to love the smell of bacon. The other thing I love about bacon is there's something about the cure of bacon. This is nature's hangover cure food. So if you're hungover, you definitely want to cook some bacon. We're going to let this cook for just a couple of more minutes, and then we're going to add the chicken and vegetables, and we're going to make this dish rock. Well, it looks like our bacon is ready, so we're going to take it and put it on a plate that has a paper towel on it. This is part of the way that you make bacon a little less fatty than it normally would be. So I'm going to take off all that grease that you see sizzling on the top. I'm going to pat that off with a paper towel here. Let's just turn that off. That is off, right? What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pat as much of the grease as I can possibly get off of this bacon, because everything that goes into the paper towel does not apply itself to your waistline or your hips. And that's just the way we like it. So once we have this all patted, what I'm going to do is degrease the pan. And I'm going to need a few more paper towels for that. What I'm going to do, and this is hot, so you have to be very careful with this. I'm just going to take this paper towel and stick it in the side and let it soak up as much of that grease as I can get out of the pan. All I really want is the brown stuff that you see on the bottom. So there's one. A lot of times what I'll do is take my tongs, because I don't want to touch this, it's very hot. I'm just trying to get all this grease out of the pan. So here's one. Remember, everything that comes out of the pan does not go into your stomach, therefore into your body. And, oops, again, that's just exactly the way we like it. So we're going to finish with the mopping up of the grease in this pan. I'm going to use my tongs here, the way you should do in your own kitchen, so you don't burn yourself. Then I'm going to take this, throw that away. And that's just about 2 tablespoons of oil, and that's what I want. So what we're going to do next is, now that you've got your pan, you've got just a tablespoon or so of grease in the bottom, we're going to take and we're going to add your green peppers. I like green, yellow, red, orange peppers, and I like them. I like all the colors, but this is a way of taking something that could be just bacon and tomato, and I'm adding a bunch of fresh vegetables to it. I'm just going to crack a little pepper on there. And then we're just going to stir that around a little bit. Now while that's in there, now the bacon, we're going to put the chicken on. The bacon in this dish is enough protein for me, but if you're cooking for a man, they generally like to see some real meat on the plate. So here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 of these little chicken breasts, and I'm just going to saute them up while I'm doing these vegetables. And then I'm going to take them out. And the reason I'm taking them out is because when I present the dish, I'm going to put them back on top so you can see the meat. So it's visible, so that everyone knows they're getting exactly what they want with this meal. Enough protein, all the vegetables that I want, all the proteins that he needs. And this smells fantastic. When the onions and the peppers, the sweet peppers, get into the bacon grease, it smells like, starts to open up the flavors of the vegetables, and it's amazing. Just going to flip these over real quick. Just take a couple of minutes to cook. And when I'm simmering the sauce, I'm going to just throw these back on top and let them finish cooking. So we just want to get these vegetables to be nice and a little bit brown, a little bit soft, and I'm just stirring them around the plate. It's very simple. This is one of those meals you don't have to mess with an awful lot. When this is done, we're going to take the chicken out, we're going to add the tomatoes, we're going to put the bacon back in and set the chicken on top and let it sit. And then we're going to sit down and have our appetizer plate. I'm going to use a simple Italian seasoning to flavor this. And the reason I'm using this is because I don't want the hassle of measuring out oregano, basil, rosemary, and all these spices. It's already done for me. I'm going to buy this in the store. It's less expensive to buy them this way. And I'm going to just put a little bit of this on while I'm sauteing these vegetables, just to add to the Italian seasoning. Now this is a dish that if you don't like Italian seasoning, try some chili powder, and instead of orzo, let's serve this over some red beans and rice, or